3rd on a Wednesday. Oh, sorry. It's actually May 23rd, Thursday. It is Thursday today. Yes. Had to double check that. FFIE today, finding support yesterday and overnight. It is now going up tremendously. I know we had a subscriber call this out yesterday. Yep, slowly going up. Wow, what a crazy run. It is 7:32 in the morning. And we're going to go over a couple of companies here. I do have a list of 10 that we're going to go over, FFI being one. Don't get caught with FOMO though. Oh, okay. Or I shared my screen. There we go. FFIE finding support yesterday and throughout the overnight. As you can see here, finding support at $1.02. Now starting to make its way up, supporting that EMA line. And looks like it has some heavy resistance on it. Thank you for spending a part of the day with us. Give me just a moment to spread my links around. Trying to get my lights to work in the back, and they just did not want to work for us. Mara, nice dissension, selling off from yesterday's highs to lows, had a nice resistance range. Go and just share my links with everyone so that way they know that we're live. Go live every morning at 7 a.m. or 7:30 actually, right? That's when the market opens. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Mara's selling off nicely. We've been going over Mara for a couple of days now. Able to make some really nice plays here. There's an 8% run up, and there was an 8% run up right here, which is pretty awesome. Now it's selling off. Akujin also selling off. Look at the 4-hour. We want this to come down and get rejected even more. We can make some big moves on it when it decides to go up, which would give us a nice 80%, 87% profit from those levels. So definitely keeping an eye on that. All right, welcome to the live stream. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Smash that like button if you find value in it, and consider subscribing to the channel so you know when I go live every morning. SQQ finding some support again. Not sure how long that'll last because TQQ went up overnight. As you can see here, it's creating newer highs, higher lows. But now it is selling off slightly, which is good for us. Had a big pull up this overnight, up 4.5% overnight from where it closed, and from where its lows were, it's up 5.5%. So pretty cool. Nice little pullback on TQQQ. AM pulling back, breaking that trend line again. As you can see, every time it breaks its trend line of about 6 to 7% right here. Same thing, about 6 to 7%. So we can probably see this going down to about 6 or 7%, and then being able to bounce back up and go even higher, running up, what's that, 15% right there, 13%. This one was 23%. So anywhere from 15 to 23% on this one. We can see it run up pretty nicely. So we're waiting to see on AM. DE, trying to find that support. Old resistance levels become new support levels. As you can see here, it's bounced 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It's making newer lows though, so be aware. JDST has since come up, and this was an 11% profit in a single day on JDST. Now this is the Bears 2 times ETF for gold. So I know gold had a slight dip. The inverse would be JNUG. So JNUG sold off, which honestly should probably be in our oversold watch list. And now it is actually showing some signs of resistance or support, actually, at the support level, or a potential 11% run back up to where it previously was at, which is pretty cool. JDST may come back down, finding that resistance on that EMA level. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to the live stream. How are you all doing today? Good, fantastic. Hello, hello. Welcome. Intel, finding that support still. Now this is a small support level, but more realistic support's going to be at that 29.75. So if it comes all the way down, then you have a potential to make about an 8% profit from where it was previously. That's exactly what it did here, 7.82%. Mara definitely selling off. Every time it sells off, though, it has a nice potential to bounce back up. We're going to be waiting to see what Mara does today. I did sell my position that I had yesterday overnight. If you want to see those trading details, you can watch the live stream from yesterday, or you can sign up for our Discord. Second link in the description. It is 100% free, and you can see exactly how many shares I bought at what share price, and what entries I did, and when I exited out of the trade. SQQ, still finding that support. Now this is a triple leveraged ETF of the NASDAQ, basically. The NASDAQ was 1 for 1 of, or QQQ is 1 for 1 of the NASDAQ. SQQ is the inverse ETF, or basically shorting the market. So when the market does poorly, SQQ does great. As you can see here, there must be a pullback on QQQ because it's already up 1.5 points. And let's just confirm. TQQ is pulling back. So they should be on our oversold list, watch list. We're going to be watching this now. As you can see, it's finding a day support here. And it has a potential to go up 1.5 to 2% on that bounce. Doesn't mean it has to. This could be the start of some nice pullbacks for the market. Now check this out. We've been watching Hood. Hood has been going up for quite some time. Went up 37% in just a few days. And actually about 11 days. Okay, ever since then, it broke its trend line here. So this trend line has been broken, no longer pliable or reliable. And now it's created a new trend line, which it's now oversold, right? So it could be bouncing off of this EMA line. If it does, it may retrace and come back up on this trend line. If not, the trend line will be broken, and we can see it come down to even lower lows like $18 or possibly even $16, and even as low as $15. So we're going to be keeping an eye on this. It is in our oversold watch list. We're just waiting for confirmation. of those new support levels. As you can see here, it's blown past or gone way past where its previous support levels are, indicating that there is a new support. So we're going to bring this down, and we're going to wait for confirmation before we potentially ride this back up. 8% profit to about 12% profit on Hood. Warner Brothers, WBD, looks like we've found some support and resistance levels that are more current here. $7 support, well, $7.74 support, $8.70 resistance, okay. Now, if it can retrace and come back from this 774 up, that is a 12% profit. So we're going to wait and see what it does on this support line here. It has a nice sell-off for the day. It's starting to curl over on the 5-minute though, so we'll see if it finds some type of support level for the day. And if it does, then it could easily go up 2.5% to 3% from previous pre-market highs. If not, it will just continue selling off as it is already. But look at the range on this. It's already pulled back down to 788 and has now retraced back up to 796. So there is some potential retracement there, reversal for this company. That's why we have it on the oversold list. Now, we did trade Mara yesterday and the last few days, buying at different areas, buying at different areas and selling. This is weird that it says we sold 25 at 22, sold at 19, sold at 58, bought at 22. Oh, it's because I held this one overnight. So there's my buys, buy. Held this overnight, sell. And then I bought some more here at 21.21 and at 21.15. At one point I had $1,100 invested in Mara. Sold it at 21.25, making like a $7 profit. It wasn't really much of anything. Now Mara can come back down. Below this EMA line, right? As you can see, it's gone way past the EMA line before. So that is possible for it to do again. It is wanting to curl over. I have 0 positions right now. And we have a ton of other companies that have some potential here. Let's go on the 4-hour chart and look at some of them. We may or may not get into a trade today. And this is all in current events of the FOMC minutes, one of the Fed meetings from yesterday. AMC, horizontal, Apple going down today. So the markets are looking very bearish today. Carvana trading sideways. DDOX still following along with that trend line, or DDOG, sorry. JDST coming down, which means JNUG should be going up, trading sideways a bit. Domino's Pizza will actually be coming off the list. Don't feel like looking at it anymore. FFIE. Okay, had a little bit of a pull up. 25%, guys. 25%. Not too bad. Now it can just come back down, so be very cautious with this. 30-minute candle still showing a huge range level. Lows of $1, highs of $1.50 was its current range from yesterday and the day before. 25% of even $100 is $25. So 25% of $1,000 would be $25 or $250. Definitely possible to make some money here. Should have bought down here real quick and been able to sell up here for 25% profit in a matter of like 10 minutes. FFIE. Now, FFIE has potential to go up even more, right? Doesn't mean it has to, because it has the potential to go down to 40 to 4 cents. It's a very risky company. It is a penny stock, so be aware of that. Don't get caught with the risk of FOMO. because this thing can still come back down 20%. So you can, make $25 on $100 just as easily as you can lose the $25 on $100. $1,000, that's a $250 profit or potentially a $250 loss. So be aware of that. Intel selling off, definitely oversold. I have this on my oversold watch list. I do. QQQ selling off today. JD has a nice push up, about 1.5%. Lucid selling off, possible reversal though, finding support here. Potential 3% profit. It goes back up to pre-market highs. Mara selling off, look at that, nice little bull trap. Oh, we're gonna go up? Nope, let's go right back down. That's exactly why I'm not trading Mara today. There's no true direction at this moment. Meta selling off, Microsoft selling off. Markets are probably just going to sell off today. Oxy selling off. Ocugen not doing much. Still at that 170 level. Palantir sold off this morning, losing quite a bit. Already down almost 3%. Still selling off. TQQ selling off. SQQ rising. So SQQ would probably be the company to look at possibly trading today. If the markets continue to sell off, SQQ will continue to rise. Reddit selling off. TQQ just hit an alert here. Is this below or above? Let's see. Above. Okay. We should put this up here. SQQ still rising, up 1.5 points. Reddit trying to find support. Oh, Realty selling off. Hood selling off, bouncing off of this support level though. May bounce again. If it does, there is potential here to make 1% there to about 3.5% of where it opened. Roku selling off. So these are all basically going to be on our oversold list. I just didn't want to crowd my oversold list. Target had a nice push up. It sold off to 141, pushed back up to 143. Only about a 1.5% margin though on that. Tesla selling off. DJT, nothing really to report there. Walmart went up almost 0.5 point. Everyone's shopping at Walmart nowadays. FFIE still selling off. So this may be a company we potentially might want to trade. If it bounces off of this 124 level, or if it gets back to lower lows, we can potentially trade it and get that 25% back. Now, where was it trading yesterday? It's definitely where it was previously, right? But as you can see, this is still a downward trend. So somebody bought up at that 166 level, they'd be at a negative 22%. Still not even up to where they bought previously. Do you see that? For everyone who bought at a low here and did not sell, held overnight, you would literally be breaking even at this point. So I'm sure there's some bag holders, especially up here in these areas where they just thought it was going to continue to go up. Look at that range. Way crazy range. I do not like the range on that thing. Went all the way up, faking you guys out, faking everyone out, thinking it's going to get new highs, and it's just coming down. So be cautious of that. Now it may turn around. You may be able to get a little bit more. about 15% there. Hello, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for spending a part of your day with us. Markets are definitely selling off today though, guys. So we may just want to wait and see what happens with the markets. Look at that. Dang. That's crazy. Can easily come down to these levels, so we're gonna wait and see exactly where our support is for the day. May potentially trade Mara, may not, but if everything's selling off, I'm not gonna risk trying to make 7 to 8% on a company that can continue to go down, 7, 16, 23, 30%. We're just going to wait for confirmation, let this thing sell off, wait for it to start curling back over. As you can see here, the blue EMA line on the 4-hour crossed over the SMA level. There was areas of buy opportunities. There was a 34% profit there. There was another 21% profit there. And even right here off of this blue EMA line, there was a 20% profit in a single day. We have been trading this company, so definitely cool to see. If it does bounce, you can easily see another 14 or 15% profit, but we are waiting for that confirmation. Still selling off. Are looking really, really good right now. FFIE got some news. Faraday Future Intelligent Electric is climbing again this week after skyrocketing to truly astounding heights during last week's meme stock rally. Faraday Future Intelligent Electric FFIE stock seems to be running out of momentum. The electric vehicle producer went from little-known penny stock that many investors ignored to being the talk of Wall Street. Over the past month, FFIE has surged more than 2,000%, beating the meme stock slump that quickly overtook some of its larger and more popular peers. But now shares are falling again, and data reveals that the short sellers appear to be closing in. Clearly, the sentiment forward FFIE stock is that its growth isn't likely to continue. FFIE stock is still in a green for the week, yet it's difficult to ignore the fact that shares have been trending downward all day despite a failed attempt at a rally. As of this writing, they are down 24% for the day, hovering at just over $1 per share. While that's substantial improvement over the nickel it traded it on May 1st. Now, data from Fintel suggests that the short interest in FFIE stock is surging. More than 95% of the stock float is being sold short. 95% is being sold short, and the sellers have just 0.07 days to cover their position. The cost to borrow FFIE shares is also rising. As of this writing, it is $13.42 up from yesterday's cost of $10.94. So all these short sellers who have to pay interest holding it overnight, it has gone up by 30%. That certainly makes sense given how high short interest in FFIE stock is. As the street reports, borrower fee rates are determined by the market supply and demand conditions. The stock is in a hot demand for short sellers. In other words, it has a high short interest. The borrower's fees will be proportionately higher based on the supply of available shares. So be very aware of this, guys. There is many short sellers out there. Now, can this rally and go up another 23%? I'm gonna buy a few shares and just see. FFIE. Just 100 shares, nothing crazy. Trying to come back down. Looks like this could potentially be a bull trap, trailing right off of that EMA. 95% is short selling this, so it can easily come back down. No such thing as easy money, definitely. Went up 25% previously. Doesn't mean it has to do it again. It's already up 5% if I would have bought down at that low. See what happens here. Spend a few minutes on it. Nothing really happens. We'll just get out of the trade. The cost basis on it is insane too. 0 fee to buy, but it's $1.25 to, it's a 30-cent fee. So regulatory fee, 2 cents, transaction fee, 1 cent. So 3 cents fee, and then the cost basis is $1.25. That's weird. It doesn't look like it's going to do much here, guys. It wants to. It's above the EMA. Closed green. Not a lot of volume, though. There's like no volume at all. Very low volume here. Its support is very high for the day. It's like way up here. Come on now. $100 isn't a lot. Market value 125. So if I lost the whole $100, it wouldn't be devastating, but it wouldn't feel great either. And this may just trade sideways now that I got into it. Instead of looking over all the other companies, I should have got in down here. Maybe on this first green candle, or even this second candle, for 18% profit. 18% even on $1,000 is $180. Not bad at all. This thing could just crash. There it goes. A lot of resistance going on. A lot of resistance. JNUG pulling up. 42.24, up about 2%. Finding that support level. Intel trying to find support at the 3068. Mara trading horizontally, trading sideways, which is a good indication that potential sell-off is done for the day. And now it could just trade sideways all day or potentially reverse and go up. Occujin, there's another key level, 168 to where it is now, up 5%. Wow, that was a good little play for Occujin. Still up about 3%. TQQ trying to recover, which means SQQ is now going down. Hood trying to recover from these lows. And even here, they found their support. Here we go, it's going up. We're up a whole dollar, guys. $12.50 to right here, 2%, it'd be $2. Up here, it'd be $17. We may slowly want to trend line in this direction, potentially. I could still buy 1,809 shares of this if I wanted to. 1,800 shares still if I wanted to. It'd be around $2,200, $2,277 on top of this 100, $2,377. That's what I'm willing to use. If I did my whole account, would be right around 2,800 shares or $3,500. I would never risk 100% of my position in one trade. No way. As you can see here, it does want to play out with this horizontal trend line or this ascending trend line. Doesn't have to, right? I literally just drew it just a minute ago. Doesn't like this number right here, $1.27. Technically, we could watch this all day, so gotta be very careful though. It could definitely go back down to even $1 or even what's that, 99 cents. It even go all the way down to 10 cents or 3 cents. So we are definitely playing with fire here. There we go. There's a nice little move up. And it has been 34 minutes since we started the live stream. Probably where we're going to end it today. I'm going to sell this, lock in a couple bucks. Even though it can go up even higher, I'll probably shoot myself in the foot. And it could also come right back down. Let's see if this trailing stop loss works on here for myself. Take what, like market value 130, 125, go 5 cents. Should trail up with it, so let's see if it does. Trailing stop. We're at a nickel stop here. As it goes up, the trailing stop should also go up. That doesn't seem to be working, does it? Let's try again. Trailing stop, 100 shares of a nickel. That means at 131, it'll come back down to 125. Go maybe like 3 cents. Trailing stop. Yes. Okay. It's weird where my trailing stop is, right? 3 cents. I just have a feeling like it doesn't work. But we will see here. Still trailing up. Up $8. $7. Actually pretty substantial. That's 8%. About to put $1,000, I'd already be up $80. I'm only playing with $100 though. I don't even think that's gonna work. Like, is it even going up with it? I'll have to do more research on that because that does not seem like it's working. Market, sell. It's going down. We're gonna sell and get out. Made $3. When we should have actually sold up here at the peak and we would have been up to $8. We bought at $1.25 and we sold at $1.28. So 3 cents on 100 would be $3 right there. Days P&L, $3. We do this several hundred times if we wanted to, right? We could also average down every time it dips. But it broke that trend line very easily. As you can see here, it was trending up, broke it. Trailing stop loss did not work on this at all. It did not seem to want to work on this. So very odd. I'm going to do some more research on trailing stop here. Because on Robinhood, it would go up with it. Even if it went up 1 penny, it would go up another, it would go up with it and it would trail it. So very odd that it didn't. At least I made a couple bucks. I didn't lose any money just messing around this morning. And if you guys catch me in the live stream tomorrow, we're going to do some actual real trading as Mara may start recovering. A lot of these companies may start recovering, but right now the markets are selling off. That's typical after FOMC meeting. Wasn't a very good one. So as you can see, everything's either trading horizontally or selling off. SQQ obviously going up because the markets are selling off. That's up 2.5% almost. Oxygen would have been a nice little play here, 5%, making $50 on $1,000. But yeah, the FFIE, be very cautious with this. Just because it goes up 25% doesn't mean it has to go up an additional 25%. As you can see here, it went up 16%. So that could be $160 on $1,000 investment. Same thing with here. Even just getting up to this level here could be $7 to $8 or 7 to 8%, $70 to $80 on $1,000 investment. 17%, $170 on $1,000 investment. So be aware of that when trading. This can also go down very easily. You see how fast this crashed? I was at 125, so I was able to recover, but it went up to 134 and then just started crashing back down. So be very aware of how risky and how volatile this company is. Appreciate your time. Thanks for stopping in this morning. We're going to end the live stream here, and we will see you all tomorrow morning, same time, same place at Market Open. Thanks, guys, and have a great day. Sign up with our links below. First link will give you access to our Investing for Beginners community, our private group on Facebook of over 71,000 members. You'll get trading tools and all kinds of stuff, 100% free. Second link below is our Discord, where you can see where I enter and exit out of trades, talk in our main chat, and that's where you can direct message me if you have more questions. Thanks, guys. Let's end the week on a green note, and we'll see you all tomorrow.